Welcome to Auntie K's Tarot, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hello everyone and welcome to Auntie K's Tarot. I will include fish updates at the end. I promised Robin from Robin's Reflections I would do a public fish update. Okay, so we are going to use Desert Illuminations, my Star Trek deck, and Mystic Medleys. Okay, we're going to start with Desert Illuminations. I should turn this around for you all. Okay. We will start with Desert Illuminations. If you are choosing this deck, the bright orange deck, then this is your reading for the week, your energy check-in to see where you're sitting. This comes from my Jedi spread, and we look to see if you're on the light side, the dark side, or in the middle. We're working with a 4 and a 6. Two. All right. So if this is your reading, then you are sitting on the dark side, indecision from exhaustion and lack of, no, not even the lack of rest, too much rest. You're giving yourself too much rest, too much leeway. The light side would be taking some action. Your shadow card, there needs to be action for there to be opportunity. Too much, I need time, I need space, I need to look after myself, I need a break, is leaving you in a place of indecision, inaction, unable to see and hear what is really going on out there. Get some action going. That is your reading if you chose Desert Illuminations. All right. If you chose the Star Wars Tarot. If you chose the Star Wars Tarot, your energy for the week, what's keeping you on the light side or the dark side, and advice for that either way. Or perhaps you're just living that human life somewhere in the middle. We will see. $11, 8, and it's in reverse. 8, all right. You're kind of together here, right? You're at that precipice. You're at that precipice. On the 8, between going nowhere because it's in reverse, and I'm working so hard. I can't. I have to work hard. I can't worry about what's going on in the world in terms of justice. Work is keeping me at a place of inaction. I feel you. I feel you when you feel like work is keeping you at a place of inaction. I just can't get ahead. Blah, 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 blah. All the first world excuses in the world. Probably a lot of second world excuses too. Let's be real. But, if you're watching me, you're probably in the first world, unless you're on res. And just take that leap of faith. Just take it. Be like, screw it. This is the day I'm not going into work. I will make it up elsewhere. screw it and just take that plunge and get some action going. All right. Mystic Medleys. Ooh. Is anybody gonna end up on the light side? Are we all like, experimenting, dipping our toes into the dark side so far? Different types of not getting things done, right? Whether it's the over pampering, over looking after the self, over self-helping over here in Desert Illuminations, or I can't get anything done because I'm too busy working, of late stage capitalism, one way or the other. Let us see what is going on for those who chose Mystic Medleys. A 3. A Knight, so I would read that as a 12. And 13, Death. All right, so allowing that transformation of the unknown is putting you on the light side if this is the reading that you have chosen. Be careful not to rush backwards with that set, prescribed, all-knowing, we're going to fix you. This is the prescribed fix. If you're healing from colonial traumas or, heteronormativity or whatever else, being told like you're not well, you're the problem, none of that's working. The reason therapy's not working for some of you is because the actual problem is the society that we are living in. So stop trying to fix yourself into these preconceived notions. Allow that transformation to take place. Even though we're in an unknown place and time and we don't know where it's going and we don't know how dark it's going to get before the sunrise that the death card promises, take the risks. That is what will free you. That is what is keeping you on the light side. Like, yes, there are time and a place for therapy. 100% there's a time and a place for therapy. But sometimes the reason it's not working is because you're not the problem. The society sometimes is the problem. And for those of you who needed to hear that, that's what was coming out of that one for you today. So those are our readings. Be yourself. You're not the problem. Get off your ass and do something about it. Because apparently you are part of the problem. All right. I will give you all the fish update and talk to you all later, folks. Okay, so other than cats chewing growth, we're doing good. These leaves look great. Others have been drowned by the cats pushing this down and pulling them out. Cat problems. We got some grass in here. The other plants are growing well. One of the original guppies, one that had a bent tail, stopped growing and then seemed to be attacked. And now it's like between the bent tail, the lack of growth, and now a nipped tail, we are euthanizing this guppy. And then little tiny General Grievous, who had colored up so beautifully, was found stuck to the bottom of this filter a day and a half ago. So that was sad. We will add more male guppies. So one, I think we had two different issues. A very tiny guppy with a very big tail who couldn't deal with this filter, and a guppy with bad genes that was gifted to us by a cousin. Okay. Because I did say tank updates, we will take a look at the other tank. All right, so up top, this plant was doing well, but some of the growth on the bottom was starting to look really bad, and I took it out and I did a massive cleanup, and I'm like, either this project fails or we grow clean new roots. This pretty much submerged spider plant is doing really well. Some of the frog bits survived. The duckweeds, I don't know. I don't know. So, when I got it after bringing in the Coreodoras from a local Facebook marketplace buy, I should have taken out the biomedia in the bottom of this filter, except I didn't know how. And so that might apparently be why my plants have been struggling ever since the medication. And I still don't know how to take the biomedia out of there. So I think I'm just going to buy a different one. The babies are doing excellent. I will throw up a video where I found a lone baby fry and couldn't find any others. And then I couldn't find it all most of the day. I did find one fry down here. Crawling is the best word I could say, because he certainly didn't swim away when other bigger fish came around. So, I don't know. Plus, still, all the fish look pregnant. I don't know where that one fry came from. Padme still looks pregnant. I don't know. So I got 2 Nerite snails instead of a companion mystery snail for Chewy, because the local fish store said they only had Nerite snails. Except one of them was this little white snail, and Nerite snails aren't usually white. It's a mystery snail. And the little tiny dark brown one, as it grew, turned out to be what looks like a purple mystery snail. So they will grow massively. So that's what's on the table. I am looking to get that filter replaced, and hopefully that solves my plant problem, because they were thriving, and then I medicated my fish, and my plants have been hanging on or dying off since. So hopefully this solves the problem, because it's been sad. It's been sad. I'm sad about it. I was so pleased with how well I was doing with plants, and then all that started to disappear. And the fish are all doing fine, mostly, except I can't find Thunder, and that might be my fault for bringing the general hardness of the tank up for the benefit of the mystery snails. And also platyfish like a higher general hardness than what I had in here. I have hard water, but the like the pH was high, but my general hardness wasn't. And I upped it, and I haven't seen thunder since. And a higher pH isn't really ideal for thunder, the way it is for the higher general hardness either isn't ideal for thunder. And that's it was a lone cardinal tetra. It didn't really fit in the tanks anywhere else. And we weren't going to buy more because everyone else said, oh, they aren't really a beginner fish. They are no longer a hardy fish. They die off really easily. And so we weren't going to try again, at least anytime soon. So, yeah, the fish are doing well. I do wonder if Admiral Akbar perhaps did father Padme's brood. I don't know. I don't know if some of them are going to be just yellow or a lighter orange as opposed to a strong orangey red. Maybe I'll surprise and get some sunburst ones. I don't know. Or maybe some of them just, it's a lack of color that hasn't really come through as white yet. I'm not sure. And it will be a surprise that we discover in the next month. These fish are almost a month old. This is the 18th. They were born on the 21st of last month. So these fry are almost 4 weeks old. I had wondered about the size difference in my Coreodoras. There is still a significant size difference, and apparently it might be girls versus boys. We give them more time to grow and find out. We'll see. I think Chewy is much happier back in this tank. He moves all over the tank all the time. The other one was too small, but I took him out here to medicate this tank, and that was the right decision at that time. And I wasn't sure if he would eat the fry. I didn't know. All that was kind of happening at once. Here's Anakin. It will be interesting to see who Anakin knocked up in this fish tank. Depending how genetics play out, there could be some interesting fish combinations. We'll see. I'm excited. I find it difficult to wait. I sometimes wish I could speed time up and see what was going to happen with them. This is definitely taking patience, which I think patience would be easier if my plants were thriving the way they were initially thriving. It's been hard not seeing them thrive the same way that they were. So there's my wins, my losses, my smiles, and my tears in fish keeping and aquatic plants. And here we're just adding some cute snail footage. Chewy hugging on to some algae wafer. folks. Have a good night.